P. Diddy's SEO makes no sense. This morning, I decided to look at the historical data for P. Diddy's website, Diddy.com. I wanted to see how the controversy around P. Diddy, the controversy, the scandal, the horrific things that are in the news, I wanted to see how that affected Diddy's rankings. I wanted to see if there were crazy fluctuations, if his rankings went down or if his rankings went up. And I'm going to tell you, what I discovered, what I found was so shocking. I did not expect it at all. And I think you might not expect it either. Before I give you the results of how Diddy.com, how its SEO has been reacting to the controversy, before I give you those results, I want to share a story that a lot of people have forgotten about. A lot of SEOs, digital marketers, they forgot about this story. It's a decade old, and it's how a bunch of companies manipulated Google by putting out bad products, being horrible to customers, and ultimately doing such egregious crimes that they went to jail. The New York Times reported on the story. It was re-reported on everywhere else. And I found a nice summary from theweek.com. Gosh, I remember this when it happened. So this is the story. It's very short. This was written January 9th, 2015. Last weekend, the New York Times reported on Vitaly Borker, a shady retailer who gamed Google systems by provoking negative online reviews of his eyewear website, DecorMyEyes. Google quickly responded to the widely read article saying that it was horrified by Borker's tactics and had developed an algorithmic solution to identify online merchants that provide an extremely poor user experience. Will this fix its search results problem? Here's a bit more detail. This is from SEObook.com. DecorMyEyes founder Vitaly Borker was arrested and charged with defrauding customers and making repeated and violent threats to customers who attempted to return defective goods. So DecorMyEyes, it was selling tons of broken goods and being really horrible to customers, even threatening them. And why was it doing this? Because people were writing angry complaints, so many complaints. And what happened when DecorMyEyes got all these complaints? It got lots of backlinks. And these backlinks increased SEO domain authority, which allowed DecorMyEyes to rank for more keywords, sell to more customers, and then hurt more customers, and then rank for more keywords. So again, this is from SEObook.com. If you look at the backlinks for DecorMyEyes.com, you'll find a significant volume of inbound links, some of which is junk, but also includes links from the likes of the New York Times. The high-profile links are a direct result of bad publicity. So it did all this bad publicity. That was its strategy. And guess what? This was copied by lots of other people. DecorMyEyes was the one who went to jail, but there were lots of other people who got away with this for a while. And Google's response was to start using sentiment analysis. It started detecting the sentiment around the links. Is it a positive sentiment or is it a negative sentiment? How do people feel when they are writing about this brand and linking to it? How do they feel? And this way, they could demote sites that had negative sentiment. Sentiment analysis is, I'm not going to say it's basic, but it's been around for a good amount of time, a really great amount of time it's been around. And so when you hear a story like this, how eventually this caught up to DecorMyEyes, the founder went to jail, the people involved, they were arrested, and a bunch of them went to jail, and ultimately, DecorMyEyes lost all its rankings, and lots of these sites tried this, they lost their rankings. You would figure that the controversy and the scandal around P. Diddy, well, the same thing would happen to Diddy's website. That's what you might expect. But here is the reality of what has happened with Diddy's website. This is the historical analysis from the last 2 years. In December of last year, it had a bump. It spiked in July of this year, and then its traffic went a little bit down, but its traffic is down to where the bump was in December. So its traffic is way above normal. It is crazy. Its traffic is so far above normal, and it had this huge spike in July. But okay, let's look at its keywords. Is it ranking for more keywords or less keywords? And it turns out, month over month, it's ranking for more and more and more and more keywords. So shocking. So then I started to think about why this might happen. Why is this negative scandal, this crazy controversy, increasing Diddy's SEO? And is it the type of SEO increases that someone might want? First of all, Diddy's in jail, so he's not going to be able to benefit from the SEO bumps at all. But suppose that he was released from jail. Would these SEO bumps help rank for lots of different keywords? Because he is ranking for lots of different keywords, but what kinds? And so my immediate thought was, these are branded keywords. These are people who are searching with Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy in the keyword. And it turns out if you look at the rankings, all of these keywords, there's new keywords now being invented because so many people are searching him. So there's new keywords with substantial volume being created from this, and his site is ranking for these new keywords. And these are all branded keywords, keywords that have his name in them. And it turns out the keywords that are ranking really high, all of them have his name. And you don't really see keywords that don't have his name. You don't see non-branded keywords. So actually, if you want to rank for lots of keywords that don't have your brand name in them, keywords related to your niche that don't have your brand name, is having a scandal a good idea? Is it a good practice? No, it's still not a good practice. The negative sentiment will still hurt. Also, keep in mind that if you have a big scandal and people in your niche don't like you, it's going to hurt your click-through rate. It might temporarily improve your click-through rate. People might click on links to see the page, but if they really don't like the brand, if they really don't F with the brand, they're going to bounce. They're going to keep looking, and a bunch of people won't even click in the first place. Is doing negative scandals like this a good practice to improve SEO? In the same way that DecorMyEyes did it, is it a good practice to improve SEO? No, definitely not. Now, is it a good practice to improve performance for branded terms? Yeah, sure. And Diddy's website proves that. However, these are branded terms that are only being searched because more people are thinking of the person or organization undergoing the scandal. So I will state this SEO, when you think about what happened with DecorMyEyes, the SEO makes no sense. But when you look deeper into the data and you see that these are all branded keywords, then it starts to make more sense, because ultimately Google wants to get people to where they're trying to go. And if Diddy's website is satisfying search intent for keywords around Diddy's products, that's where people are going to be directed. Now, it's possible that Google might take a manual action against Diddy's site and just remove it entirely from the search results. Things like that happen all the time with bad actors. But if Google didn't even intervene, the negative sentiment would still make it hard for Diddy's site to rank for really valuable non-branded terms. Or at least that's what I think. I am not seeing really valuable non-branded terms that are ranking highly for Diddy's site. So the SEO bumps were surprising, but when you see that it's branded terms, it makes a lot more sense. This is just a crazy thing that I was looking at that I thought was so interesting from a digital marketing perspective. Anyway, like I said, that dude's in jail. These SEO bumps mean nothing. And that is all for episode 477 of my daily digital marketing podcast, The Edward Show. I am in a beautiful garden, drinking an Americano, sitting in the sun. What a day. What a day. Oh my gosh, it is crazy out here. Crazy beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, hope you enjoy this. Leave a comment, leave a subscribe, whatever it is that the algorithms like doing on YouTube and other platforms. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for listening. Cheers to that, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.